Rebel Hippies Hour, YoRadio.com, Underground Alliance channel. We have a special guest today, all the way from sunny California. I need some of that Cali sun right now, man. East Coast is cold. It's brick out here. Hey, well, we've been playing these guys for a while now. We really dig their single. I'm talking about Sensi Trails. We have none other than Kyle Rising on the line. Kyle, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm good, man. How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it. So you're based out of San Diego, but you're an East Coast kid, right? You came up in North Carolina, Outer Banks?
Yeah, that's where I moved here from.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So let me ask you right away, man, like coming up here on the East Coast, man, what were some of your influences to start playing reggae, really just playing music in a whole?
Well, I grew up all over the East Coast. I lived in Virginia for a while, in West Virginia. And when I was living in West Virginia, there was this band from New York that came through called Giant Panda Gorilla Dub Squad.
Okay.
And they came through the town that I was living in. That was really the first time I was introduced to reggae. Even before like Saban or Bob Marley or any of that. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, they're the ones that kind of got me into it.
That's awesome, man. I know we love touring down south. And it's always a good time, but unless you have the hookup, man, getting good flour is tough. Unless you kind of know the person down there, man, especially VA and shout out to Asheville though. Never a problem finding that good flour. But you guys are Sensi Trails, man, coming up on the East Coast, man. Talk to us a little bit about that, man, because that's a struggle out here that we all have with the laws, and you guys are clearly out there with your love for the herb. So talk to us a little bit about that, man, coming up here, at least while you were on the East Coast, man, because it's a drastic difference from California living.
Yeah, I mean, the laws out here, well, there really isn't marijuana laws anymore. It's super legal. You can smoke pretty much wherever you want. It's super chill. I mean, there's weed everywhere. Dispensaries. It used to be a lot more lenient, actually. They have kind of cracked down a little bit on it. With the regulations on how it has to be packaged and different things in dispensaries, but for the most part, it's still pretty lenient.
But yeah, like I'm talking about coming up on the East Coast. Like I live right outside of Philadelphia, man. And now it's decriminalized, man. We fought hard to get it decriminalized, but like coming up as you were coming up in North Carolina, man, with the tough laws. I know North Carolina is really tough. Virginia is really tough too. As it is up here, things are starting to get a change. But you know, as you guys were coming up and being called, you know, having your name be Sensi Trails, your logo, and just kind of being out there using flour, like, you know, talk to us a little bit about the struggles of coming up on the East Coast as far as laws and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely super strict over there. That is kind of how we got the name Sensi Trails. You know, we were smoking and we were playing this club in the Outer Banks, and the sound guy was like, "Hey, man, you guys can't keep coming in here smelling like that." And then I just told him, like, we're just leaving behind Sensi Trails. And that just kind of stuck, and that's what we're going with now.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, yo, listen, man, it's a struggle. So, you know, a lot of my homies out on the West Coast and even throughout the country, man, they don't know the struggle. Like, as an artist, you know, as being stony over here, man, is sketchy sometimes, man. Especially when you're on the road and you're trying to tour, man, and you're in the van. You're like, fuck, man. You know, it's sketchy, man.
Yeah, they treat it like it's hard drugs out there.
Yeah, man, it's tough. So you moved to San Diego, and from what I understand of your story, you just jumped in the van and you rolled out. Like, did you have a manager, an agent, or something, or were you just kind of rolling the dice and being like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do, and just jump in the van?
Yeah, I just went for it. I didn't have a manager or anything. Just believed in the sound and, you know, had a vision of what I wanted it to be like. And came out here.
Man, that's a beautiful. I mean, that's inspirational. I think for any upcoming artist, you believe in what you're doing. I mean, look at you guys have been just out a few years, man, and you can see the growth of like, You guys are just really taking off, man. It's a beautiful thing to see. So now, when you got to San Diego, how did you go about linking up with other musicians? Because you kind of just went out there by yourself, right?
Yeah, I met the new guys through the internet. There's this website called Bandmix, and got on there, and you pretty much can search for the type of musician you're looking for, what instrument, what age, what style and everything. And I found exactly what I was looking for, and we all vibed it out really well, and realized that we could make it work.
Wow, that's beautiful, man. Bandmix, bandmix.com.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a fit. You gotta check that out, man. That's what's up. So you guys have plans for an album, or are you just looking to drop singles? What's the plan?
Yeah, we're having an album come out in January. We're almost finished with it now, and it'll probably be wrapped up in the next couple weeks. But yeah, very close to being done with that. And then we're gonna go on tour again in February.
Beautiful. And is the record coming out independent? Are you guys with a label?
Yeah, we're doing it through Roots Musician Records.
Cool.
Which is Ian Young's label.
Very dope, man. Very dope. And we love the single "Just Living." How did you guys link up with K-Bong? How did that collaboration come about?
Man, that was crazy. I had a buddy that moved out here too, and he just saw him on the street walking by and recognized him and told him about me and that we should meet up. And then I met up with him one day out Pacific Beach, and he was getting ready to go on his first solo tour. And so he invited me to come out and jam with him a little bit. And we played music together for like 5 hours one night. And I mentioned to him a feature on one of my songs, and he was down for it. And so we went in the studio and recorded it. And, the rest is history.
Man, that's beautiful. That's when just linking up with artists and having that connection. That's a beautiful thing, man. So I mean, you guys have been touring like crazy. You guys are building your brand, connecting with people and making memories, man. We love to see that over here at Rebel Hippies. We love your vibe and what you guys are about. Let everybody know where they can find you online and how to support you.
Yeah, you can go to sensitrails.com or Instagram at sensitrailsmusic. We're on Facebook, also on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all the music outlets.
Awesome.
And yeah, be looking out for the new record dropping in January.
Very, very cool, man. Thank you so much. Now, we have one more question for you, Kyle. This is the most important question. We ask everybody who's on the show. You're stranded on an island. You can have one strain of weed. You can have one movie. And you can have one record with you. You're going to be stuck with this decision. Kyle, what are you picking?
Oh, man. Girl Scout cookies.
Okay.
For the movie, that movie Blow with Johnny Depp.
All right. Okay.
And the record would probably be the new six-figure record, World on Fire.
Wow. Okay. I like it. I like it. Very cool, man. Kyle Rising, thank you so much for joining us. Rebel Hippies Hour, YoRadio.com, Underground Alliance channel.
Thanks for having me.